I remember when my father sat me down and told me, "You're depressed, son." When I heard this, I was really confused because in my mind, depression was this weird thing that I didn't really understand. It was something that just came from the air out of the blue. I remember kids in my class who were depressed, they would disappear for weeks at a time. They had cuts on their arms and they seemed so different from me. So my father telling me that I'm depressed, no, there's no way, I'm not like them. But when I took a closer look at my own situation at the time, it was the COVID-19 pandemic, right? And I was staying inside every day, never went outside, didn't touch grass, played video games all day, didn't get any sleep. My grades were going down, and I was just genuinely losing passion for life, for living, right? And when I look at that entire situation, I realized, yeah, if that isn't depression, then what is it? And the interesting thing about this was that the state that I was in was because of the habits that I've made during this time. Because again, I had saw depression as something that just comes out of the blue from the air or whatever. But I knew that the reason why I was feeling this way, feeling down, depressed, losing energy for life is because I just had genuinely terrible habits. I wasn't taking care of myself. And I realized if you don't take care of yourself, then if you think about it, you actually deserve to be depressed, to be sad. Think of a plant. Plants need sunlight, water, air, and nutrients from the soil to thrive, right? And when they have all these things, they grow big and tall, they're green, they're good, right? But when you put a plant in the closet away from the sun, what happens? It starts to wilt, it turns brown, it shrivels up, it dies. And I realized that humans are the same way. We're like plants where we have certain needs, our health, that needs to be met. And if we don't meet those things, those conditions, we will become depressed. We will become sad. We will not be able to do the things that we should be able to do, like working hard in school or working towards our purpose or whatever, right? So I realized I needed to build better habits and I needed to destroy the bad habits that I had right now. And the first habit that I took a look at was my sleep. I was waking up 5 minutes before class because it was online, so I could do that, right? And I was only getting like 6 to 5 hours of sleep because I was staying up late playing Fortnite. And I remember the reason why this would happen is because anytime I tried to get more sleep, my friend would be like, "Nah, man, just one more game, just one more game." And I was like, I don't know, but let's be real, like Fortnite's mad fun, bro, and especially with your friends, like that was amazing. So of course I stayed on to play games later and I never got no sleep, and that just completely messed me up every single day because the next day I had no focus in class because I was so tired, and then my grades just got worse, and then I got like spend more time trying to get the work done, and it's just an endless cycle, right? And I remember the way that I was actually able to improve my sleep was by working out, because when I was working out and I started to see progress in the gym, I wanted to get even more progress, and I knew that that could only happen if I was getting more sleep. So at that point, I took my sleep more seriously and I said no to my friends because I had like a stronger reason at this point. And now I was making more gains in the gym and I was getting enough sleep so I could focus more in school. Now the next problem that I faced was the stress of failure. Because as I was trying to work out in the gym and also I started eating healthier, getting more sleep and things like that, I would often fail on these habits. It wasn't that I just started working out and immediately I was consistent. I would start out and I would do it for like a week and then I would miss a few days and that day would turn to a week or a month and then I'd be like, oh man, I messed up again. And it was just this constant cycle of failure, right? And whenever I did fail to work on building these new habits, I got really upset with myself. I even started to hate myself a little bit because, Dale, why are you skipping these habits? You know that these habits are good for you, that they will make your life better. So why are you not doing them? Why are you going back to video games? These are the thoughts that I had. I just kept hating myself over and over again. I was just like, why, Dale? Why? Why do you suck? Why are you a failure? Why do you keep messing up? Why? But I realized that these thoughts are actually not helpful, because when you criticize yourself and when you hate yourself, you're actually just reinforcing that identity of a failure. I saw myself as a person who cannot be consistent, who is lazy, and because of that, I just kept doing that. And the way I was able to stop these negative thoughts from being in my mind and making me worse is through mindfulness or meditation. When you meditate, you pretty much are just focusing on your breathing. As you do that over and over again, breathe in and out, you start to get thoughts about something like, oh, what should I eat today? Or I guess I'm distracted again. Meditation doesn't work for me. Or you're thinking about like some rejection from a girl that you had in the past. Like, there's a bunch of random stuff just comes into your brain, right? And at that point, most people just quit meditation and never even do it again. But the point of meditation is when you get distracted by some random thing going on in your head, you refocus back onto the breath, because you start to understand that you are not your thoughts. You're separate from them. Your thoughts are something that comes and goes, kind of like passing clouds. So when a negative thought comes in, oh, I'm a failure, instead of just saying, yes, I'm a failure, I suck, instead, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna let that pass. And you just focus back on your breath. That thought will just go away. And through this practice of meditation and learning how to separate myself from my thoughts, I was able to not identify with all these negative thoughts of me being a failure and constantly making mistakes. And I was able to change the way I see myself. So meditation is something that will definitely help you. And the final habit that I want to share with you is gratitude. Meditation is good for letting go of bad thoughts, negative thoughts, right? But you want to be able to replace those thoughts with good thoughts and positive thoughts. Wouldn't it be awesome? Every day you're just walking around and you just feel good about yourself. You're just thinking good things. How do we do that? We do that through gratitude. Gratitude is essentially appreciating what you have and what you have done. So right now I can say, I am grateful for this notebook because it allows me to write down my thoughts and actually write my gratitude in here as well. I also write the script for this video that I'm recording right now. I write that, so I'm grateful for this, right? I'm appreciating this book in the moment, right? Now, appreciating things, being grateful for things, that's something that you have control over. Being happy, you don't have any control over. That's just like an emotion that just comes and goes, right? But you can always be grateful at any time. I can say, I appreciate this pencil because it helps me write things. I appreciate this camera, it helps me record videos. I appreciate you, the viewer, because we're getting better at self-improvement together. You know, you can always be grateful at any moment. The practice that I did was just 3 things a day that I'm grateful for. As you go throughout your day, you'll just naturally realize what other things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for this hoodie. I'm grateful for my friend who just did this thing for me. That's really how you start to feel better about yourself. Now that you know about all these habits that you can try, I want you to imagine a version of yourself where you're actually happy and healthy. When you're getting enough sleep, when you're exercising daily, when you're eating healthy, when you have good social connections, when you have positive thoughts and you're not stressing over little things. Imagine, wouldn't you just feel so good about yourself? I want you to think of all the bad habits that you have. Not getting enough sleep, playing video games, watching Netflix, watching pornography, all the bad things, procrastination, schoolwork, all those things, and just see what kind of results are those habits giving you. They're just making your life worse. And if you continue on with these habits, your life will just get worse and worse. But now I want you to imagine what would happen if literally today you worked out, you started thinking some more positive thoughts, and you did this consistently day after day for weeks and months. See your sleep improving, see yourself eating healthier foods, see yourself going outside and meeting new people and making good friends. Your life would literally change. You would not be depressed anymore. That vision can become a reality. Sure, it may be far away, but all you have to do right now is just start. Pick any of the habits from this video and start doing them right after this video. Right now, you can start, you can change your life now, man. Good luck, bro. Good luck, you got this.